Out Conversations with Pastor Mo. To everyone just tuning in for the very first time, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. God bless you. And to all of our subscribers, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for believing in the Inside Out Vision. Thank you for subscribing to this YouTube channel. And for everyone who is yet to do so, I would like to implore you, please go right ahead, subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, turn on the notification bell so you are the first person to be notified every time a content goes off on this channel. And like it is our usual practice in the Inside Out community, go right ahead and share it with your circle of friends, especially your girlfriends. My name is Tolani Afolayoka, and I'm privileged to be your host here on Inside Out Conversations with Pastor Mo. For a couple of weeks now, we have been looking at the series After Breakfast, Healing from Hurt and Heartbreak. We've had 2 episodes so far in the series. I want to believe that those episodes were a great blessing to you, that you learned 1 or 2 things, alright, that could help you move on or heal from a heartbreak, move on from a breakup, or even help someone else who finds herself in that kind of a situation. In the previous episode, I spoke to you about how to get from there how to get to there from here, all right, how to move on from here to there, okay, how to come out of this state of sulking and all of that, and then moving on to becoming a better person. And I highlighted 4 major things that are important to do in that if you ever find yourself in that kind of situation. Please, if you are yet to see that episode, just go right ahead and see it, because what I'll be talking about today is going to be a build-up. Alright, it's going to be a build-up. Okay, so take out time, quickly go watch the last episode, and then come back to this video to continue. Alright, you will do that, right? Thumbs up. Okay, so today I'm talking to you about something I've titled Making Lemonades Out of Lemons. Alright, making lemonades out of lemons. Okay, a breakup is like when you are served lemon all right, and it has that sour taste. All right, there's that sourness it comes with, and you are just like that. A couple of years back, I came across, I can't remember if it was like an article I came across or if I heard it from somebody, I can't really remember, but a couple of years back, right? And this person was talking about 3 categories of people, alright, where dealing with bitter experiences are concerned, alright. There are 3 categories of people, and I was like, this is interesting. And then it goes on and says, there is a category of people that they are the egg people, okay. And he said the egg people are people that when an egg, a raw egg now, finds itself in hot water, boiling water, right? What happens to that egg is that it toughens up, it becomes hardened, alright. It is no longer the egg that if you just it's no longer something you have to be delicate about so that it will not break, these shells and all of that. It now toughens up, okay. The skin is, permit me to use the word, the skin is hardened, is toughened, right? It develops a thick skin, okay. And that there are some people that is usually their disposition towards unpleasant experiences, and they call them the egg people. And then he goes on to talk about the second category of people. I'm not sure if it is young people or something, but I think it is young people he called them, alright. People that before their encounter, okay, with that unpleasant experience, the unpleasant experience in this case being hot water, alright, boiling water, before their encounter with that experience, they used to be, naturally strong people, alright, strong, solid and all of that. But then they encounter an unpleasant experience and a bitter experience, a not so good experience. And then what that does to them is that it softens them, alright? It softens them, it weakens them. You can imagine boiling yam repeatedly over it, in a hot water. the yam begins to soften, and if it continues in that state, it even becomes mashy. You can literally mash it, and you won't even remember that this was like a cup of yam anymore. He said there's that category of people, yam people, and then he said there's a third category of people. They are the tea bags people, alright? And he said a tea bag, you're lifting or whatever and all of that when a tea bag comes in contact with hot water, boiling water, alright? Because take note of it, the egg, the same boiling water, that was what was applied to it. The yam, the same thing. And then he talked about the tea bag people, that when a tea bag comes in contact, alright, with hot water, okay, it does not toughen up, it does not also soften either. Rather, what it does is it goes ahead to condition, alright, it goes ahead to condition the atmosphere of that water. It releases its color, it releases its flavor, it releases its taste, okay, such that the hot water now becomes a kind of enhancer, a kind of amplifier for the innate abilities of that tea bag. You wouldn't, you really wouldn't have been able to appreciate how much value you could get from that tea bag, except it comes in contact with that hot water. And I was like, wow, this is, quite beautiful, right? It is, and quite thoughtful, right? And I think I quite agree with that, because truly people respond to unpleasant experiences or handle unpleasant experiences differently. There are some people that those experiences happen to them and it breaks them completely. They become a shadow of themselves. You almost cannot tell that this is the person I used to know some couple of years ago. Like, they become a shadow of themselves completely. And for some people, it leaves them cold. They develop a thick skin. They build a wall around themselves. They go like once bitten, twice shy. Alright, they go like nobody will ever be able to hurt me like this anymore. Alright, nobody will ever be able to do this kind of thing to me again. I will never be vulnerable to anybody like I was that time anymore, not ever again. They just develop that thick skin. They become cold at heart. They no longer warm up to people. They become cold hearted. They just build that wall around them, an impregnable wall. It becomes really difficult to come through to them. It becomes really difficult to get through to them. Someone who used to be active, who used to be, they used to be the life of the party, and something just happened, a breakup just happened, and they just withdraw. There's that category of people, alright? But then there is the category of people that, they are the ones that turn lemons to lemonade, alright? What they wanted was juice and all of that, but what they were served was lemon. But then they don't just now stop at the point of, sulking over the lemons and then let it create or make a bitter person out of them. They go on to make that lemon or those lemons into lemonade, and that's what I'm talking to you about today. A breakup could be a sour experience. It could even be a bitter experience, an unpleasant one. All right. But when you find yourself in that kind of situation, you should not, no matter how painful it was, no matter how hurtful it was, alright, it should not break you down. It should not break you. No, it should not break you. You should not. It is okay at the very, initial stage of it, the phase of coming to realize what has happened and sulking and all of that is okay for your emotional health, alright? But on the long run, there has to be that point, where you pick your pieces together and you're like, girl, I'm going to get up, I'm going to become a better person than this. This will not be my end. This will not damage me. Alright, some people, their breakups just damage them. You hear them talk and you're like, did that just come out of your mouth? Alright. Some people, they just lock up in their hearts some venom, anger towards men, because they refuse to become better, through a painful experience. that the breakup happened does not mean you should be broken. All right, does not mean you should be broken. Become broken, become cold towards people, become somebody that you were not. All right, someone you have not always been, to become a strange person, a completely different person, and in a negative way. No, that should not be it. You can make lemonade out of lemons. You can make lemonade, my darling. You can make lemonade out of your lemon. So how do you do this? How do you take advantage of a sour experience, a not so pleasant experience? How do you turn it around to your own advantage? How do you leverage on it to your own advantage? How do you come out better and stronger to your own advantage? All right, the very first, I'm going to just mention a couple of things you can do and that you could also advise people to do if they ever find themselves in this kind of situation. All right, the very first thing, invest in personal development. All right, invest in your personal development. Take time, take money, take resources into investing in your personal development. All right, learn a skill, learn something that would help you become better. All right, all the time you want to remember. In the last episode I spoke to you about not crawling into solitude, not crawling into seclusion, whereby all you just want to do is so-called and not do anything meaningful with your life. Rather than do all of that, invest that time, that energy, invest it into something that will develop you personally, something that will enhance you, something that will add value to you. Take a course. And there are even many online courses, just something to keep your mind away from that painful experience. Because the more your mind dwells on it, the larger the wound becomes in your heart. All right. So as much as possible, you want to get your mind off it. You want to get yourself involved in activities, that will take your mind off what has happened. And one way to do that, take courses, learn a skill, whatever it takes. Just make sure you are adding value to yourself. Make sure you are investing in yourself. Remember, in the very first episode, one of the things we spoke about is to do an evaluation after the breakup. All right, what could I have done better? All right, what could I have done better? What should I have avoided? Just make all those necessary evaluations so that it can help you become a better person, especially in your next relationship. So now you've done all of those evaluations and everything. The evaluation you made, the things you noted, all right, the points you noted, the things you have highlighted, I need to improve on this, I need to work on this, and all of that. Then take practical steps. All right, practical steps to start training in those things. Practical steps to start, adding value to yourself. Personal development. Read books, especially if the reason for the breakup was a character flaw on your end. All right, remember we mentioned it. Okay, breakups happen for different reasons, but especially if it was if part of what caused it, was a character flaw. Find it. How do I improve on this character flaw? How do I become better? How do I learn to talk to people, address people politely? How do I respect people? How do I learn decorum? How do I learn to talk? How do I learn to dress? Whatever it is, practical steps as to how to become a better person, such that when that person that broke up with you sees you in the next couple of months, their head will roll like, girl, what did you do to yourself? That is how it should be. So take personal development very seriously. The second thing I want to talk about, and this is especially for people who had traumatic breakups. All right, if the breakup was a traumatic one, okay, if the relationship itself was a traumatic one, seek therapy, get professional help. Hello, seek therapy, get professional help. Seek therapy, get professional help. Traumatic experiences have more impact than we can think, than we can even imagine. They have more impact on us than we can imagine, than we give credit for. And many times you don't start to see the effects immediately. It is later on in life later on in your interactions, relationships with other people, that you will start seeing it. Sometimes it affects the work life of some people. It affects their relationship with their immediate family. It affects their relationship with, so if the relationship was a chaotic one, a traumatic one, or if the entire breakup process was a traumatizing one for you, like everything you didn't see it coming, it was a great shock, it was something that traumatized you, don't just leave it, don't let it slide, don't sleep on it, don't say I will get better with time. No, you will not get better with time. That's the truth, and it's not a curse. You won't get better with time. The truth is that nothing gets better with time. Things only get better with time because people make the time count. Alright, so if you will get better with time, it has to be that you are making the time count. And one way you are going to make the time count is that you are going to seek professional help. You are going to get therapy. There are people that that's their field, their line of work. There's a way they can help you. They can help you develop stronger emotions. They can help you. They can recognize how much broken you have been than even you can realize, and then they can help you become better. They can help you come out of it, become a better person. Please don't take therapy lightly. Don't take getting professional help lightly, especially if the breakup you had was a traumatic one. And lastly, just like I told you in the last episode, that the height of whatever it is you want to do to move from here to there is to love upon God. Okay, making lemonade out of lemons, you will have to introduce God much more into the situation. All right, you want to hand over the control of your life. You want to hand over, relate with God freely. He understands the pains that you are going through. He understands the emotional hurts. He understands the heartbreak that you are feeling. The Bible says you do not have a high priest, alright, that cannot feel, that can't, he can't sense or feel or partake or share of our infirmities. No, that's not the kind of high priest we have. So he understands the pain you are going through. He understands the emotional hurt, the heartbreak you are going through, and he is willing to help you. He is willing to be there, walk you every step of the way, and help you become better. So introduce God much more into that situation. Submit the control of your life. All right, submit the control of your life absolutely into His care, and watch your lemons become lemonades. Did you learn any beautiful thing today? Please share with me. Let me know what you learned in the comment section. Let me know. Let me also know what you think you can do to make lemonade out of lemons. And of course, if you have any question, go right ahead and leave it for me in the comment section. I will be answering it in the next video. Again, if you are yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, please go right ahead, subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, turn on the notification bell, and do well to share this video with your circle of friends, especially your girlfriends. I will see you in the next video, and until then, make sure you are making lemonades out of your lemons. Make sure you are maximizing a sour, unpleasant experience to your own advantage. God bless you. I'll see you in the next one.